One of the biggest challenges for a person is knowing how to explain his failures. The way you deal with the defeats of our lives and what you decide to be the cause of these defeats shapes our destinies. And we must remember more than anything else, how we deal with our adversity shapes our quality of life. Sometimes we encounter many painful references to failure, and we carry them together to make them a conviction that we stick to. Its meaning is that our affairs will not improve no matter what we do, and some people reach the point of feeling that no matter what they do, they are powerless and worthless, and they will remain among the losers no matter what they do. Welcome to the world of success. Iman Abdullah is with you, and the idea of the channel is to elevate our thinking to a new and more beautiful level. The most important thing is that I hope that everyone is okay, and let's get started. Go and get you the most delicious cup of coffee or the drink you like, and listen to me carefully. Well, my dear, challenges and failures are all inevitable in this life, and you know for sure that there is no need to run away from it, but to confront it with all the strength at hand. So, we will learn how to face these inevitable things, but before we know how we must face, we must know how to change our convictions, which are the basis of everything we did in the past or what we are doing now. Andrew Gates said once, "The conviction that becomes true for me is that which produces in me the fullest and best of my strength, and which enables me to be able to translate my virtues into actual action." Some people often develop convictions that limit their abilities about their personalities and capabilities, and they believe that they will not achieve success in the future as long as they didn't succeed in the past. Therefore, as a result of their fear of pain, they constantly focus on being real. And most people who keep saying "let's be real," rather they live in a state of panic as they tremble for fear of being frustrated again. And as a result of this fear, they develop convictions that drive them to a state so that they don't give everything they have, and therefore they achieve limited results. As for the great leaders, they are rarely realistic. They intelligent and accurate. We have to realize, my dear, that our convictions have the ability to fall prey to illness or to recover us quickly, not exceeding the moment. And cases have been documented showing that convictions affect our immune system. The moment shapes how you respond to what you just heard and what you do with what you learn from here. Therefore, my dear, conviction is what literally controls you. You have to change your convictions that have brought you to difficult stages, whether it's the conviction of not being cured, or the conviction that it's difficult and I can't do it, or the conviction that I will never be thin and I will always remain fat, or the conviction that I will never be rich. All these convictions control you, and unfortunately they still are. So how, my dear, we will face the challenges and failures, and you didn't change your convictions that brought you to this stage. You and I must remember that we grow over the years and are exposed to new experiences. We may write convictions that give us greater strength and let go of things we felt it confirmed before. One of the challenges with beliefs is that they are often built on people's enthusiasm and your convictions. Many times people believe in something because everyone else believes in it, as it makes your life an exact copy of the life of others. Remember, my dear, that the key to success is to develop a sense of confidence. That conviction allows you to expand as a person and take the work necessary to make your life and the lives of those around you greater. Mahmoud Maiter said before, "The intellect is the one that drives the good thing from the evil thing, and it's what brings happiness or unhappiness, affluence or poverty." Every significant personal act you achieve begins with a change in your convictions. So, how do we change our convictions then? The most effective way is for your mind to associate your old conviction with the intense pain. You have to feel in your deepest depth that this conviction not only caused you pain in the past, but also in the present, and you may cause you pain in the future. You then have to associate the overwhelming euphoria with the idea of adopting a new conviction that gives you strength and power. This is the basic pattern that we will review over and over as we try to create change in our lives. Remember that we must not forget that everything we do in our lives is done because of our need to avoid pain or our desire to achieve pleasure. And if we associate enough pain with anything, we must change. The only reason we are convinced of something is because we associate the intense pain of not being convinced of it, or the intense pleasure of keeping that conviction alive. Well, after we know how to change our convictions, we need to make changes in our lives to move. So, let's make changes now. First, write down 4 actions you had to take that you've been putting off over and over. Second, write down under each of these actions the answer to the following questions. Why didn't you take the appropriate action? What pain have you associated in the past with taking this action? Third, record all the pleasures you've enjoyed in the past as a result of being immersed in this negative situation. Fourth, write down the price you'll have to pay if you don't make a change now. The last step, my dear, is to record all the pleasures you will have after doing all these actions from this moment on. Make a huge list that can provide you with emotional support and cause you to be excited. Be honest with yourself, my dear. And remember that small improvements are believable and therefore achievable. Start with the small, my dear, to reach to big. And always remember, my dear, the building starts from one stone. In conclusion, we have to say that we can get rid of pattern without replacing it with a new one. For example, if you are convinced that you will never succeed because you are a woman, the alternative might be, because I'm a woman, I have resources that a man could never dream of. When you strengthen this conviction, you will begin to direct your behavior in a new way that will give you more power. My dear, we've come to the end of our dose for the day. I hope you've been benefited from me. If you want to learn more, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. If you like this episode of the series, feel free to put a like. Don't skip, my dear, by sharing this information. As we always say, be a reason, as one would change the whole life. And don't forget, my dear, that I'm on Instagram posting short and motivating doses. Don't forget to follow me there. Thanks for your valuable time. See you in a new and better dose.